This is a love story 3,000 years in the making. A story of two souls waiting 3,000 years to reunite again on Earth, to find love, to create love, and to create a revolution of love that'll impact the next 7 generations and beyond. But first, let's go back to where these two souls met. Take your mind back to 3,000 years ago in Greece. Two souls meeting together, loving one another, a family, two children, both with their own mission. One was me, the other, my beloved Marena. Now, 3,000 years ago, these were not our names, but it was the same souls. And we had a similar mission. I remember I went on a journey back to this time to rediscover where we had met in a past life. And it was beautiful. But it was also sad. What was beautiful was seeing the children we had together, seeing the love we had together, seeing her, but knowing it was still her soul looking at me. And I was up on a stage, speaking, expressing, trying to tell people the truth, trying to help them see. You may wonder, what was I up on a stage for? What was I trying to get them to see? Why was Marena 3,000 years ago staring at me from a crowd with loving eyes? You see, in this vision, in this journey I took, my mission was similar to today. And we'll get to what my mission is today later in this story, but back then I found myself in this vision, in this journey in Greece, going into the temples, raging, seeing these idols, seeing these gods, seeing all these things, and all this just, it didn't feel right, and I was raging. I was angry. And I was on a stage because I was trying to tell people, this isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't right. And I can only imagine what the message was. The journey didn't take me deep into what I was actually saying, but I could feel it. It's like I could see that the way we were living, it wasn't right. Something was missing. Like we were being misdirected by these temples, by whoever was in charge. And it was interesting, I found myself, I was a simple fisherman. It's kind of funny to me, a fisherman trying to get his message out, trying to change the world, right? Essentially, 3,000 years ago, me and my love, we failed at our mission. I feel like we failed our mission. We wanted people to realize what I know now is these temples, these religions, these political leaders, whatever, they're not the ones to guide us. The answers aren't outside of us. Essentially, I was trying to get the people to understand, it's like this idea, this knowing that you have the answers you need within, you have God within. That's where we actually connect with Source, with God, with Spirit, with ourselves, with Earth. It all meets within us. So we failed our mission 3,000 years ago. And that's okay. Life happens in cycles. But if you think about Greece and what it really started, and think of democracy, and I don't know a lot about it, but I know they gave us a lot of knowledge. There were a lot of famous thinkers, philosophers that come from Greece. Plato always comes to mind. But just thinking what came out of that society. And it really was the start of something different. So we come to today, 3,000 years later. Society has been built upon a lot of principles, a lot of things, a lot of knowledge that came out of Greece. And it's continued. And what I see today is the same feeling I felt in that vision and that journey 3,000 years ago. Separation. Separation from self, putting source, spirit, connection, truth, guidance outside of ourselves. And I see that everywhere. But we'll get back to that. So 3,000 years later, two souls reunite. Two souls reuniting for a similar mission. We're here to create change. We're here to guide others, each in our own capacity, each in our own way, but together actually, to show people they have the power within. They have the power within to connect with God, connect with themselves, connect with humanity, connect with nature, and feel love, right? So that's the purpose of this union, feeling love. And I felt this love today again. It was beautiful. I felt it a lot more recently, more and more as I continue to unite with this woman, my fiancé now, planning to get married. The more we unite, the more love I feel, but it's taken a lot of work. One, we had to wait 3,000 years to meet again. Challenge in itself. We're coming back together, meeting, knowing our souls were meant to be together. What's incredible is as we peel back more layers, because we're in relationship, we mirror to each other what is keeping us from our hearts. What stories, what beliefs, what traumas, what emotions, what are we doing that is a distortion from who we actually are? And we get to mirror that back to each other. And there's these beautiful moments together where all of it fades, all the fears, all the shame, all the guilt, all the rage and anger, anything that wants to come up and block us from our hearts, it just fades. And we see each other. And it's not always at the same time. Sometimes I do it, sometimes she does it. These moments that I just see the true her fully, or she sees me fully. And it's just this moment of bliss. This moment of like, oh, this is what we are as human beings. This is what we are. We're meant to love and be in this loving energy. And as we continue to reunite and our souls get closer and more entwined and more connected, and the more we peel back our own layers, the more we heal, the more we step up and grow, the more we challenge ourselves, the more we just keep showing up and trusting in God, trusting in our own intuition, trusting in our own connection with one another. The deeper we're allowed to go, the deeper we're able to go. And with this deepening with one another, we deepen with ourselves. We hear more of the truth within ourselves. We feel the love that is within us. And then that allows us to serve humanity in a greater capacity. Because as we peel back these layers, as we connect to Source, as we connect to ourselves and our divine guidance and our soul purpose, This allows us to continue to expand because we've gotten rid of the distortions. We have like torn down the walls, essentially. Torn down the walls that blocked us from our own heart, blocked us from divine guidance, blocked us from being who we are meant to be in this lifetime. And so with this union, we come together and we continue to peel back layers, and we continue to expand, and we continue to live more into our purpose. So that is why I'm here today, 3,000 years later, stepping back on the quote-unquote stage, which is this camera right now, and the in-person work I've been doing. And all these things, stepping up and becoming more of who I'm meant to be, and sharing my message, and stepping into this mission that I have been given by God, by my soul, to lead a revolution in love, lead a revolution in nature reconnection, and lay a legacy, lay a foundation for the future generations to be able to access their hearts, live from love. We're in an age of the mind. We're all mental. We cut ourselves off from the body, which cuts us off from our heart, which cuts us off from guidance, cuts us off from source. And we run around in anxiousness and stress and fear and shame and guilt and like anger and resentment and all these things that just continue to keep us in our head and blocked off from our hearts and blocked off from God and blocked off from earth and blocked off from one another. And I know you feel the isolation it creates within yourself. The isolation, like it's not human. So with this union, coming back to me and Marena, my love, my fiancé, we're getting married this summer solstice. And coming more to my own journey with this, because this is huge. This is an initiation. I've done initiations. I've done a few of them now, including a 4-day vision fast out in the wilderness. I've done other stuff just for myself. That is just something I'm challenging myself to find myself in a way, right? To be able to sit in silence, peel back the layers, and discover myself. And I feel I've done a lot of that work, but now the work for me is in relationship. And this is where the power of humans coming together, souls coming together, gets really potent. And it doesn't have to just be in a loving relationship, as in like a man, a woman, or however you do that for yourself. It can also be in friendship and having a teacher, having just relationship. We can help each other peel back our layers. So what's happening for me in coming into this relationship deeper and committing to marriage, committing to the rest of my life being with this woman, is more than just committing to being with her. It's committing to being myself. Because what I'm promising her is that I'm going to continue to deepen into myself and express myself and be me, and she's going to do the same. And as we do that, we're better able to support one another. We're better able to serve our missions. So coming together is actually this uniting to support one another, but to also expand ourselves. And with the relationship, is it expands, our impact expands, right? So what I want to do is, this is huge. This is an initiation. This is stepping into something big. So what I'm doing is starting this spring equinox, March 21st. I'm taking a 3-month journey. I'm calling it Embodying the Heart-Led Leader, because that's what I've been working towards, is how do I lead from the heart truly? How do I embody that? And I'm feeling it more and more every morning, being in my morning practices, tuning into spirit, tuning into my heart, connecting with nature, clearing my energy, and being focused and guided and trusting that. That's the hardest part, is trusting it. So what I want to do is commit to 3 months leading up to the wedding. So March 21st to June 21st, which is our wedding date, summer solstice. This is a time of commitment to really step into my leadership from the heart. So that means strengthening my connection with myself even more, strengthening my connection with God even more, and strengthening my connection with earth and nature. And with that, just being able to walk as a heart-led leader, leading others into this as well. We are moving into a new age, a new paradigm, if you want to call it that, where we are no longer living from the mind. We are no longer living from fear and reacting. We are no longer extracting from one another. We are no longer here to destroy out of trauma and pain and stories that we just have not healed. No, we're stepping into the new paradigm where we come together to support one another. We come back to connection with earth, nature, back to connection with ourselves, back to connection with God, and back to connection with humanity. And so that's what this 3-month journey for me is about, is to really solidify myself and challenge myself to every single week leading from the heart, taking action from the heart. And I'm inviting you, the watcher, the reader, to come along with me, because together is how we powerfully do these things. Together is how we reflect to one another, hey, what's happening there? I feel some fear. I feel something's going on there. Is that really your heart? And me as a facilitator helping, but also being with you, walking side by side, doing the same practices, doing the same work, teaching you what I know so you can step along with me, but you're also supporting me as the teacher, as the guide, to be able to do my own work as well and step into this union powerfully as the heart-led leader that I know I'm meant to be and that I'm still becoming. So, if this interests you, join me on this journey. Links will be below. You can message me. I'm doing free somatic healing journeys each Thursday until we launch. I'm doing morning practices each Sunday until we launch this thing. I want to show you guys what this is all about. I want you guys to join me, because we need more heart-led leaders in this life, and I'm not going to stop. It's going to be the rest of my life doing these practices. It's going to be the rest of my life stepping into the healer I'm meant to be, to the guide and the heart-led leader I'm meant to be. I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm going to continue to invite you guys along with me, because we need to do this together. The next generations, our children, our families' children, they're relying on us. And this isn't to scare you. This isn't to no, it's a real thing. The world is in chaos. Societies are breaking apart. Things are crumbling. Systems are crumbling. This is meant to happen. This is supposed to happen. And we are meant to rise from this. And through the ashes, we rise into the new paradigm, which is the age of the new leadership, heart-led leadership, coming out of the head into the heart, into the body. So what's going to happen on this 3-month journey, if you join me, is each week I'm going to take us through a somatic practice to get into the body, get into the heart, and connect with source, connect with our intuition, and practice every single week getting back in alignment, get clarity on where we're meant to go this week. What actions are we taking? Even if that action is rest. Even if that action is like, hey, you need a break. But taking time to recenter every single week and practice this, and then throughout the week taking the actions, but also committing and devoting ourselves to this. So at the very beginning, we'll figure out, why are we coming into this? What are we devoting ourselves to? Why do we want to connect to our hearts? What gift do I want to give to the world? Why do I need to step into my heart? I personally am stepping more into my heart because I want to be able to, one, be a loving husband, and being a husband connected with God and myself and nature and humanity, that can show my children, also in the future, my future family, build a foundation for them and show them how to lead from the heart and live from the heart and give their gift to the world. And I want to be able to serve my medicine more. I want to be able to help people get into their hearts more. And the more I do this, the more I center, the more I connect, and the more I lean into my relationship with my fiancé, the more I practice love leaning into this, the more I can help others, the more I can hold, the more I can expand, the more I can bring more of you guys along with me. So that is my reasoning. And we'll get clear on this. But for every single week, we'll meet up, get clear. And I'm going to teach you guys practices, somatic practices to work with the body, to heal, whether it's fascia work, breath work, movement, whether it's guided meditation, somatic journeying, trauma work, shadow work, even getting back to the basics, sleep, movement, breath, nutrition. There's going to be a whole lesson every time we meet up, plus me taking you through the practice. So, this love story, 3,000 years in the making, is coming to this point of me and my fiance getting married, and me and my fiance really stepping up, and me personally right now sharing with you, me stepping up and sharing my gift with you, which is helping people slow down long enough to hear the truth of their own heart, to be able to slow down and connect with themselves, with their true purpose, to hear the beat of their own heart, to hear the rhythm of nature, to hear God's message within them. That is my medicine. So I hope you'll join me. And if not, I hope this message inspires you. And like I said, plenty of free offerings coming up. We'll always have a space for you when you're ready. The links are below. Anything you want to check out. I hope you join me on the 3-month journey. There's only going to be 30 spots available for people. I don't want to get it too big. I want to be able to focus and be able to help you guys. So sign up if you're interested. If you have questions, please check out the info page or please message me. And if you're interested what the work actually look like, join us for the free weekly meetup, somatic healing journey, or the morning practices on Sundays. But I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.